Who's this weirdo with lots of kids that keeps making YouTube videos? Hey! It's me, Talia. So I don't expect this video to get a whole lot of views, but I figured just on the off chance that someone would want to know, hey, who is Talia? Who made that really good pizza dough crust that I followed the recipe for? And it was like, great. So just for a quick little snapshot on who I am Talya Rose Salzarulo. It's a long, terrible name, I know. I was named after Rocky's girlfriend, Talia Shire. Yo, Adrian. But at the time, my maiden name was White. So at least it was a little bit easier because people could look at the first name and just kind of glaze over it and then go to the White part and go, oh, Miss White. But now that I'm married, it's Miss Salzarulo and it's all crazy. But it's better than White because I remember growing up, got me in all sorts of racial trouble. I was one of 5 kids, so rather than yell us all by individual name, my mother would corral us back to the car from a social place such as the park by just yelling, white kids, time to go! Well, thanks Mom, why don't you give me a shirt with a swastika on it too while you're at it. So yes, so I'm one of 5 kids. I am the second oldest. And I have 3 brothers and a younger adopted sister who now, due to a bunch of crazy stuff, is my adopted daughter, but it's all nuts. I'll have to get that later. I was raised a little crazy, born at home on the couch. So were all my other siblings. We were kind of raised to fear hospitals, like, oh, big, bad, ugly businesses that want to kill you and then take your money. I do understand a lot of it was unwarranted. However, I do have a built-in just strong distrust of doctors and hospitals. So like I took my son today to go get a vaccination and it like was killing me because I don't even have any vaccinations and I've just been raised to think that they're evil and terrible. But now that he's older and I postponed them and he's 3, I'm starting to get vaccinations. Anyway, who cares about all that? Too much detail. I was raised a little weird. I was also homeschooled. Very little social interaction in case you can't tell. My siblings have always been my best friends all growing up. I love them dearly. We're very, very close. Sadly, my mother passed away when I was 14 and I then kind of became like the mom of the family. So my role as like sister sort of changed into this weird like sister mom. And then by a series of terrible, unfortunate events and other things, my dad kind of checked out of the picture and then I really became mom and now legally have become mom. So that's how I got custody of my youngest sister. My other brothers, even though 2 of them are younger, are kind of more self-sufficient and they lived with us. We didn't need the title of like guardian and caretaker. My sister is special needs and so although she is going to be 18 soon, she's more along the lines of like 3rd or 4th grader. So she needs a little bit of extra care and attention and help. So she lives with my husband and I and we take care of her now. So being raised as a homeschooler and then at 14 when my mom passed away, having to go into public school was horrible. I mean, terrible. I was raised without TV, without a ton of social interaction, so I really had no idea what anyone was talking about when they would quote TV and movies and I just kind of like nod and smile, but it was very evident that I was like weird. So after 2 years of that kind of learning stage, I kind of just made a mess of things and already was known as like the weird girl, the Virgin Mary, Office Depot. Those were all some of my high school nicknames. I had way too many school supplies in my backpack. Come prepared, I always say. I mean, literally the teachers would ask me for markers and highlighters. It was bad. So after going through the shock of the first years of high school and realizing that my mom had really over-prepared us for high school, since none of my counterparts spoke Latin or other dead languages, I decided that I just wanted to hurry up and get out of there. So I went to a school where I could duly enroll in college at the same time. I got my associate's degree and I just got out of there and I was done. I also got married very young. I got married when I was 19 years old. Not something I would recommend for the masses and majorities, but it's worked amazing because I found the love of my life at a really young age. So I met my husband in junior high and I knew I wanted to marry him. But there was an issue because in junior high, people still thought I was a boy. I had seen G.I. Jane and I thought it would be cool if I shaved my head. Right? Again, I was homeschooled. Needless to say, he didn't really know I was there until a couple years later when it was evident what gender I was. Then once we became friends, we became just best friends and now we are married and he's still my best friend and I'm so grateful and thankful to have such a wonderful husband. So I've been super blessed in the family category. Let's see what else. I was gonna be a sheriff. I actually went through the whole hiring process, got hired, was ready to start, and then I realized that I really more wanted to be a mom and a wife than a person that goes around and shoots people. So I backed out of that, got into school administration instead, and I did that for 5 years before quitting to stay home with my babies. So I've absolutely been so blessed and so thankful to do that. So that's kind of, yeah, me like in a quick snapshot. I mean, well, what else? I live in Southern California, a suburb of LA. It is beautiful out here. I absolutely love it. The cost of living is incredibly expensive, so I'm like super frugal. I love do-it-yourself projects, baking things from scratch, kind of thinking outside of the box as far as like budget-wise and other things go. I am a little bit ADD. I'm like not even a jack of all trades. So every couple months I go through this identity crisis and I find something new and I'm all about it. And then I find something new the next couple months. This is me now! This is so me now. This is me now. This is so me now. This is me now! Oh, this is me now. This is so me now. So that's kind of a snapshot of where me and my family are at the moment, and kind of our future goals and future plans are kind of shaping a lot of the things we're doing now. We are trying to ambitiously pay off the house that we're living in right now. And we live on one income in Southern California, so that is tough, but we are making it happen. We're making steps towards that. We would like to move to Belize, Central America. Crazy, I know. There's this orphanage down there, this children's home that we're highly involved in, and we go down there on a regular basis a couple times a year, and we have plans in 2019 to move down there. But don't worry, you guys are gonna come with me and you get to see us all in the jungle in Belize. It is called Hopewell Children's Home, in case you would like to check it out and maybe give toward it. If you go to harvestexpeditions.org, you can check it out. If you go to the Belize sections, there's an Africa section and a Belize section. If you go to the Belize section, you'll find the children's home there, and you can support and give to it if you feel so inclined. What was I saying? So I'm 27, almost. I am a Christian, but I don't like to use the word just Christian because everybody kind of says, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, or I'm this, or I'm that. So I would say more that I am a disciple and follower of Jesus Christ, and that sounds even more creepy and weird if you don't really explain it. It's like, what cult are you a part of? But I just have a personal relationship with my Savior, and I don't really have like a denomination that I would go under necessarily, so I hate just throwing out there like, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, because like, you know, weird, horrible people on TV that are like fake ministers just trying to steal money or like Christian, and it's like, ugh, just kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth, and it's sad that so many people have done that, but it's true. So weird fact, I don't know if anyone else does this, but when I go into a room of like a lot of people, I kind of start to like size everyone up and assess like who I would be able to like take down in like a one-on-one fight, and like who I should like run from. So I kind of like, as I'm like shaking your hand and meeting you, it's like, oh, nice to meet you. Can I take you down? No. Do I need to run if I piss you off? And it's not like I've ever gotten a fight. Is there any need for that? No, I didn't grow up in a rough neighborhood. I don't know why I think like that. I think that might be growing up with so many brothers and like wrestling all the time. You just kind of like, can I take you? Can I take you? Can I take you down? How would I do that? You got little chicken legs. I'm gonna knock them out from under you and get you on the ground and start kicking you. It's horrible. Who thinks like that? I might edit that part out. Pretty much love any outdoor activity. I mean, camping, hunting, bike riding, anything that's outdoors, I love. Okay, so now I'm even boring myself and I'm talking about me, so that's a bad sign, so I'm probably gonna stop now. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for watching my videos. It's been great. I've actually started getting a little money, some checks from Google from doing YouTube videos, so that's been super fun. Like, not a ton of money, but that dumb little ad that I make you guys watch in the beginning of my videos, sorry, actually funds my videos, so that's been great. So it's been super nice to be able to pocket a little bit of extra cash and kind of buy new equipment and stuff. So anyway, thank you guys for that, and I'll be making a new video and talking to you soon. Bye!